Here, let's talk about use cases. First off, payments. And you'll notice with a lot of these use cases, they're the same use cases as other blockchain technology, but we'll go over them either way. Real-time settlement. So this is really unique. HBARs or any issued tokens on the network take seconds to settle. So very fast transaction settlement times, which is on par with Visa. That should say par, not pay. That's going to kill me. There's low fees, predictably low fees at a fraction of a penny, so extremely cheap, and there's not going to be these huge surges in something like gas fees, things like that. And there's regulatory compliance baked in, which meets the requirements for the KYC, know your customer. And here's something that I definitely want to point out, and I'm going to discuss it again a little bit later. So many argue that we shouldn't compare Hedera's network to other cryptos, though, because their network is inherently different. So many people say we shouldn't really look at settlement time and transactions per second of Hedera because they do things completely differently. They're not quite as decentralized as like a true blockchain network. I'm going to explain this later, but many people say like, yeah, you know, settlement times are faster, but we really shouldn't compare it because it's not totally decentralized. So we'll discuss that later. Also, fraud mitigation. Fraud of digital assets accounts for billions of dollars every single year. I mean, anytime anything is illegally downloaded, you know, that's fraud of a digital asset. Projects like Hedera or really any other cryptocurrency are aiming to solve these issues with, you know, the public ledger, tokenized assets, NFTs, things like that. Personal information, this is a big one. It's already being used. It's also being used right now by governments in the Cardano network who are doing student IDs, but personal information and credentials can be stored on Hedera, giving user security with their information and control over who gets to see it. So you have all this information. There's a lot of use cases here. Let's say you have all your online browsing data and you want to opt into some website, but that website wants to take a look at your data for, you know, whatever reason they want to look at it. Through this system, you could have options like not sending them that data, being paid for your own data. You know, there's tons of use cases here. It's also perfect for healthcare and education. On the healthcare end, you could have your health data, and then you could do something like be paid for your data to be used in studies, or of course, only offer that data to particular people who are looking into your individual health, things like that. There's a lot of use cases. Thanks for tuning in, and if you enjoyed this content, make sure you subscribe to the main channel as well right here.